Residential real estate is bouncing back, and Realty Inc. is hoping that Finance Minister Arun Jaitley's third budget will give it the necessary momentum. Disha Shah spoke with top developers and consultants. Here's looking at real estate's wishlist.
Finance Minister Arun Jaitley recently termed real estate the next engine of growth, and the industry is hoping that he'll walk the talk when he'll table the union budget on February 29 this year. Topping Realty Inc's wish list this year are measures that could incentivize people to buy homes and thus boost sales for the sector.
I think instead of providing more incentive to the investor segment, if the incentives are provided to first-time home buyer, it will probably bring in good amount of efficiency. The government has to look into
the interest deduction on home loans, especially for a first-time home buyer, needs to be increased. With prices having gone up, especially in metro cities, the amount of 3 lakhs plus is quite inadequate.
Currently, individuals can claim up to 3.5 lakh rupees as tax deduction on the principal and the interest that they pay on home loans. Industry watchers say this should be revised to at least 5 lakh rupees to keep pace with rising home prices. Another grouse is the rules that make it difficult for developers to sell below ready reckoner or circle rates set by the government.
What 43CA does is that it equates taxation to the ready reckoner rate. Now, because ready reckoner is sort of one of the main revenue streams for state governments across the country, they constantly go up and don't necessarily reflect what is happening on ground. So, there is a serious anomaly there, and we've requested both the Finance Minister and the CBDT Chairman that this needs to be looked at.
And lastly, the industry is hoping that their long-standing demand for infrastructure status will be fulfilled this year. In fact, we hear that the Urban Development Ministry too has stressed on the need for granting infrastructure status in its budget recommendation to the North Block.
We need to create an infrastructure status to housing, long-term debt which should be available, and a higher leverage for home loans, especially for preparing of townships, and redevelopment schemes need to be coming under this segment so that long-term funding could be available to it in terms just like industry, any other business or industry is doing.
In fact, an infrastructure tax could also benefit home buyers as well. Getting this status means access to cheaper and long-term finance from banks for developers. And cheaper project finance could hopefully translate into better homes for you and me. Disha Shah for Magic Bricks Now.